people of the internet. What you just saw was Sword of the Sea, a game made by Giant Squid Studios, the same people who made Journey, The Pathless, and Abzu. Games that I've heard great things about but I've yet to play because I didn't think I would like them. A decision I now deeply regret. Sword of the Sea follows the artistic soundscape and design philosophies of its predecessors, making what I can only describe as a breathtaking work of art that inspires awe and wonder as you go from one area to the next, reveling in the freedom of unlimited movement. The story follows this guy, who for the sake of simplicity I'm going to call the Surfer. Upon their awakening from an eternal slumber, the Surfer is gifted an ancient relic, the sword. The game has absolutely no dialogue. What I just told you is context clues I picked up from the first cutscene as well as playing the game itself, as well as the story summary on the Steam page. There are also no objectives, no quest markers, no map, no UI, no nothing. At first I had no clue what I was supposed to do, so I just picked a random direction and just went with where my curiosity took me. And that's when I realized that the game wanted me to explore the world, which is centered around the unknown with no frameworks or biases to limit my imagination and not knowing what lies over the horizon. Sword of the Sea was truly a unique experience for me. I loved how it fully embraces the concept of exploring the unknown in a way that's different from anything else I've played. And it uses its topography to hide secrets that I was only able to find by pushing beyond the boundaries against the edges of the map in order to see them, leading to discoveries both big and small. Oftentimes they were just hidden pathways leading me to a challenge offering small rewards, and other times there were elaborate chambers housing the remains of long-dead leviathans, with my only reward being the discovery of the location itself. Personally, I believe the game to be at its best moments when you discover a new area and a new part of the world reveals itself, leaving my mouth hanging wide open as I take in the incredibly beautiful environments on display, especially when I use the power of the sword to change the once sand-filled deserts into areas full of ocean water, seaweed, and marine life. I loved how simple the process of revivifying the world is. I never struggled with completing objectives, solving puzzles, or getting where I needed to go. The game is all about freedom of movement and momentum, and Giant Squid took great care to make sure nothing gets in the way of that. But they did leave subtle clues that helped guide me to environmental puzzles and traversal challenges that took me where I needed to go, while still keeping with the overall objective of the game, actively encouraging me to explore the world in hopes of chancing on one of its secrets. There are even a few high score challenges that I actually enjoyed. So now seems like a good time to talk about the central gameplay pillar of Sword of the Sea, and that's the surfing. This is by far the most fun I've ever had just moving around. It feels amazing slicing through the sand, or the water, or the snow, or the lava, while riding on the sword. It handles beautifully as the controls are configured for elegant response. There are also tricks that don't really do anything, but it looks cool, and that's all the reason I need. You also get upgrades later on that allows you to jump higher, do speed boost, rail grind on thin air, or perform more complex tricks, which gives you new ways to express yourself and gets into the flow of things. What truly makes all of this hit as hard as it does is the amazing work put in by Wintory, who composed the outstanding soundtrack of the game with its themes that simmer and settle as I'm going through each area. The score is more slow and subtle than what I'm used to, but that helps it catch on the ears and really makes you appreciate the implications of its major theme. So in conclusion, Sword of the Sea really surprised me, and I loved the flow style game that it let me experience. And I'm now even considering playing all the other games, but that'll have to be for another day, as this is me signing off. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.